Alright, in this video we are going to be making some homemade pasta. You know, homemade pasta is great. I have a pasta roller, so it's going to be pretty easy to make. We're also going to be do two pasta dishes. Two very simple pasta dishes, but that anyone should be able to make. But yeah, the main focus is just to make some pasta. And yeah, so let's get started with making the pasta dough. The main thing that we need for pastas. Alright, let's begin making the pasta dough. Pasta dough is pretty simple. All we need is flour, eggs, some salt and some oil. So let's get that ingredient. Okay, so what we're going to do is grab 3 cups of the flour, and we're just going to stick it on the bench here. Alright, 3 cups of flour. Just going to put in some salt. Just a pinch of salt or a couple grams, not too much. Add a quick mix around. And then we're gonna make a little well for our eggs. A little well for our eggs. Now, I don't know how well this is gonna go. Oh my God, there's flour everywhere. Okay, and now we're gonna crack in 5 eggs, which is quite a lot, but it is what it is. Oh, that was a bit too hard. 5. Now chuck in a bit of oil, about a teaspoon. Yeah, that should be good. And now we kind of incorporate all the eggs while trying to make sure it doesn't spill everywhere. And then we sort of slowly just add some flour without kind of breaking the walls and making the egg go everywhere until it becomes like a dough. We just keep on doing this until we start getting it a bit more form. Hold the wall, hold the wall. Don't want our egg going everywhere. I mean, it's starting to go okay, I guess. Oh, now it's getting kind of messy. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go in with hands now because the egg's kind of in a pasty kind of thing. So let's just go in, shall we? So now it's starting to get a bit doughy. Bit on the flaky side, but definitely getting there. Just slowly putting all the flour in. Am I meant to use all this flour? I don't know. I just don't think we need that much more flour in here. I can't tell. Like, it seems like it's incorporating into a dough, so I don't know if all this flour is. First I'm making pasta, so yeah, I don't think we need really any more flour. Whatever the case, this is looking kind of good. Maybe the eggs were a lot smaller than the recipe that I'm looking at. That's looking like a nice dough, looking smooth. I mean, look at that. That looks pretty good. That looks like a dough that we can use for sure. Is it too yellow? I don't know. What if we just try and just add some more? I don't know. Why is there so much dough left over? I mean, flour left over. I don't like it. Don't like it. Now I think we just have to call it at that, because that's at least like half a cup of flour I didn't use. Maybe even a full cup. I'd say that's pretty good. I'd say we can rock with this. Now we let it rest. Glad wrap. Alright, and then we just glad wrap it. Make sure it doesn't dry out. Nice and airtight. Look at that. Alright, and we just leave this out for an hour or so on room temperature. And that's our pasta. Just leave it out at room temperature. So I'm going to clean up, leave this out until we need to use it. Alright, so it is time to use this bad boy, the roller, to make our pasta, of course. So we're going to grab our dough. So we also have some flour, which we're going to use as well. It seems a bit too yellow, if you ask me. We'll just cut it up into 4 equal pieces. Just wrap it up again. Try not to let it air it out, I don't think. Flour. And then we are just going to flatten this as flat as it goes before we chuck it into this bad boy. So we're going to be making a few, or just 2 different types, I think. 2 different types of pasta. We're going to make some spaghetti. I think that we could both use these ones. So fettuccine and some spaghetti. Spaghetti! And now we just have to cut that, and then we just sort of fold it like that. And it's just a similar, if you ever watch the dumpling video I did, it's just a similar process of just going up one thing and making it as thin as possible. And it's getting very long. Very long. Okay, yeah, after this one, we're gonna just cut it up into sections of how long we want the pasta to be. This is getting a bit hard. So we just cut up into sections that we want it to be, how long we want the pasta length to be. And this is only a quarter. All right, so there we have our sections, and now we're just gonna actually make it. And they're kind of stuck together a little bit, but there we go. We got some fettuccine pasta. And I think at this point, all right, and now I just grab some flour and I make sure it's well covered. And there we go, we've got our first fettuccine. Hopefully it won't stick together and it won't be too bad if I just leave it like that. I know some people like to hang it. I could do that as well, but I'm gonna give this method a go. And some say to just flour it as well, just so it doesn't stick in the thing. I didn't really have too much issues though in the attachments, so. And we just do that for the rest of the pasta. I don't wanna have so much pasta, so, which is I guess a good thing. And there we have it. We got some fettuccine pasta. And I'm just gonna leave this out until I need to use it for dinner. And I don't even know how much I need. We'll probably just grab half of it. And if I'm still hungry after that, I'll make some more. But I am gonna be showing you what I'm gonna have for dinner. It's a very quick and simple dish that is apparently just a comfort food in Italy. And I can't pronounce the names, but it's basically just garlic and chili and oil. Super simple, super simple. I'll show you when that happens. All right, let's make our first dish, which is pasta aglio. I don't know Italian very well, but we're gonna be using our fettuccine, which is kind of hopefully good. It's just been left out. It's kind of dried up a little bit, but it's kind of like normal pasta, and it's not sticking together with the flour. But yeah, there's our pasta, fettuccine. And this dish is often done with spaghetti, but we are doing it this time because this is my kitchen and I make the rules. So first off, we are going to do a bit of prep work. Super simple. All that's in this dish is the pasta, some olive oil, garlic, a lot of garlic, so 7 cloves, some chili, and some parsley. And if I had parmesan and remembered to go to the shops to get parmesan, I would have had parmesan to put on top. But yeah, so we're just gonna finely dice 7 cloves of garlic. Always prep things before you start cooking. It just makes things easier. There's no stress. There's a lot less stress. And you know, it's just organization tactics, basically. We have our finely chopped garlic, barely finely chopped. Now we're gonna add some chili. I don't know, we'll just do 4, I guess. I think these are quite hot, so 4 should be a good amount. And we're literally just gonna cut off the stem. We are gonna keep everything in it, the seeds and all that goodness. That's where the spice comes from. And I want it to be kind of spicy. Hopefully not too spicy. Well, it's either gonna be really spicy or it's gonna be good. And we're just gonna cut this up finely as well. All right. Next up, we're gonna just prep some of this parsley. Just like half a cup or so of finely chopped parsley. This will go at the very end. Alright, that should be good enough. And that's our prep work done. Right, let's move over to the stove now. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna actually need 2 stoves here, so that's why I'm putting it here. But yeah, so we're gonna just get some water boiling to cook the pasta. And basically just wait for that to start boiling so we can cook the pasta. Alright, so this is almost about to bubble. You might be able to hear it. So we are also going to start this pan here. Because we've got fresh pasta, it won't take too long to cook. Only a couple minutes. So we'll get that going as well. Get a nice coating of olive oil. There we go, that's a good amount. There we have it bubbling. Let's add in our pasta. And we'll just add in all of the pasta. Don't forget the salt. Always important. And make sure you kind of turn it around so it doesn't clump together. We'll see how this works. This we'll add in to the pan. We'll add in our garlic and our chili. And we'll just make sure it's not too warm, but we want to get it kind of oily and garlicky and goodness like that. And we want to cook the pasta to al dente, obviously. A lot of things going on here. Man, it smells freaking so good actually. Who doesn't love garlic? So yeah, the thing is, you don't want it. Hopefully I'll put in the right time. So I don't want to burn the garlic. I just want it to be aromatic and kind of cut down. Let's try some pasta. That's almost done. Alright, let's save some water from there. Get this going as well. Alright, I think the pasta's basically done now. Put that through a drain. Let's chuck that in there. Now let's mix this around. Let's add some of this water as well. Oh, let's get this nice and incorporated. And that actually smells delectable. It tastes pretty good. Alright, turn the heat off. Then we add in parsley. Mix that together. Actually, there's quite a lot of parsley. Grab a bowl. Oh my god, that little taste was great. Bit of salt, and let's just. And then I guess we could do it like a 12 or something. Alright, let's bring it over here. And then we have Pastaelliot, or I can't really remember. Look at that. Look at that. It didn't. Some of the pasta is stuck together, but not all of it. But oh my god, super quick, super simple, and just so much flavor. Like chili, garlic. You can't really go wrong with those two. Parsley is definitely necessary, so I'm glad I bought some. Adds a bit of greenery and freshness to it. Pasta is amazing. It's cooked al dente. Oh, so this is my dinner. That's the first. So we're going to be doing another one, which is going to be my favorite pesto recipe that I like to just keep in the fridge, so stay tuned. Alright, so it's time to make a simple pesto that I like to use, which can just be left in the fridge, and yeah, nice quick and easy meal, which we're going to be using for our next pasta that we're doing. So what we need is a few things. I've already toasted some walnuts, so just chuck it in like a skillet and then toast it for 1 to 2 minutes until it gets fragrant. So we'll leave that there. So it's super simple. This is basically all the ingredients you're going to need. I'm using parsley instead of mint. Mint would be preferred, but I don't have that. But yeah, we're just going to basically chuck this all into a blender and then kind of emulsify with some olive oil. And that's all there really is to it. So we're going to chuck in a cup of rocket, about a cup, like so. And we're just going to get rid of all and wash out these peas a little. And chuck those in. And chuck these in. Peas gone everywhere. Chuck in our walnuts. A third of a cup of toasted walnuts. And just chuck in some parsley for some extra flavour. Use mint is the ideal. And then 2 cloves of garlic. And that's basically all you need. And you just sort of mix that up. And chuck in oil every now and again to help emulsify. So we're just chucking a little bit to start off with. And we just blend that. That's all there is to it. Very simple, but I won't show it blending. Pretty simple, just blend together so it gets nice and pesto-y, and I'll show you the finished product. And here we have, look at that. Look at that, nice and pesto thing. Perfect to just be chucked on with some pasta, and then boom, you have a meal. Easy peasy. So I'm just gonna leave that to the side. We're gonna clean up a little bit, but we're also gonna be making other pasta. We're gonna use the other section, which I think is more spaghetti-like. It's a lot thinner, but I'm not sure if it's actually spaghetti. So let's do that. So yeah, this is the dough. Been in the fridge for a couple of days. So it's still moist because I wrapped it up, but I'm sure it will still taste good as well. A bit of flour, never hurt anyone. All right, now we rock and roll. And then I think, was it folded like that? So make sure it's not too thick as well. That's not too shabby. So we've done it to second thickest. Do we just go one more? Yeah, why not? There we go. All right, so let's cut up into sections now. Oh, we've only got like 2 longish sections. So that's not too bad. So now we get to move it to the other section. This, which is, bring it a bit closer. So we have this section, which is what we did the kind of fettuccine. And this section, which I hope is spaghetti or something similar. I don't think it's very tubular, so we'll see how it goes. So it seems like there's some interesting kind of things happening where it's not super smooth. So yeah, this seems like a little bit more clumping because it's a bit skinnier. I say don't have to worry about it too much. I mean, I could split it all and like get it hanging up, but that seems like a lot of work for not that much effort. I mean, yeah, a lot of work for outcome that's not that interesting. Alright, we're just gonna chuck some flour on this one, see if it's goes a bit better. That was a much cleaner thing. Yeah, you got to keep it constant. Got to keep it constantly spinning, and it is kind of stuck together a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. That's okay. Chuck some flour on it. Toss it up a little bit, and we have like similar-ish to spaghetti, I suppose, but like a thinner fettuccine. I'm not sure, but we have an insane amount of pasta. Yeah, so there we go. We have some pasta, some spaghetti looking stuff you're going to use straight away. So, you know, the drill, we're just going to start boiling some pasta. Alright, so you can hear it's bubbling away, almost boiling. So close. There we go. Let's just drop in all this spaghetti. Of course, we'll add in a nice amount of salt. You know, what we're also going to do is we're going to try and separate as much of the pasta in the water so it doesn't clump together. It's going to be a bit of clumpiness, and I'm okay with that, but if I can get most of it to separate, that'd be ideal. Oh my god! Couple more minutes. Pretty good. Pretty close to cooked. Perfect. That was pretty quick. What I like to do is oil the bottom a little bit, and now we have our pasta getting oiled up. This is just to make sure it doesn't stick together. Now we grab a couple spoonfuls or tablespoons, I don't really know. That should be good. And now we just mix this together. Alright, that pretty well cooked to a bowl. Look at that. And here we have our pasta pesto. Super quick and easy. Let's give it a taste test, shall we? Fresh pasta is just so good. And this pesto, I really like this pesto. It just like hits all the spots of a pesto I like. I really like the pea, and there's no mint in it, but the pea, the walnuts, the garlic, that flavor, so good. It would be better with some mint, and it'll obviously put some parmesan or something like that on top. Would be good, but yeah, there you have it. Very nice. Pasta's pretty quick, pretty easy to make. You just need a pasta roller to make it even quicker. And there we go. There's our 2 pasta dishes. We made our aglio. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. I'm not an Italian speaker. And also some pesto pasta. 2 very simple dishes. The main thing being homemade pasta, which is amazing. And it's pretty easy to make. I'm sure the method I did with the whirl is unnecessary, quite possibly, and you just have to mix it together, but you know, might as well do it a bit of fun, right? Anyway, thank you all for watching this video. Stay tuned for another video next week. Every week a new cooking based video will appear on the channel, and I'd really appreciate it if you could subscribe and like, and maybe give a comment on what you enjoyed and what you didn't. Peace.